I know there's nothing called a perfect crime, and something tells me there's nothing called a perfect crime movie either. So, therefore, I think you should just give this movie a stab. I know the grisly nature of the movie might be off-putting at times, but otherwise, it's an entertaining film. This is Manjusha Radhakrishnan from Gulf News. I'm the entertainment editor. This is my review of the movie Jaane Jaan. It's called Suspect X in this region, starring a host of great talents, including Kareena Kapoor, Jaideep Ahlawat, and Vijay Verma. This murder mystery is directed by Sujoy Ghosh. It's out on Netflix now, and it's Kareena Kapoor's streaming debut. Now, here is what I loved about the film. Now, we all know that we live in an age of distraction. If we can watch a movie uninterrupted, on our computer or perhaps on our television, and it's streaming without looking at our phones or not looking at our Insta reels, then I think the movie is not a shabby one. That's the yardstick I really use to gauge how good this movie is. It's based on a novel by a Japanese author. It's called The Devotion of Suspect X, and we are introduced into the world of single mother called Maya D'Souza, played brilliantly by Kareena Kapoor. The movie, directed by Sujoy Ghosh, is set in Kalimpong. It's there's a lot of mystery attached to the hilly town. It's winter, and you can see a sense of doom that envelops the entire region. In fact, it's an atmospheric psychological thriller, and what we know so far is that Maya D'Souza is a single mother. She's living an idyllic life almost with her teenage daughter, but things change drastically when her estranged husband enters the scene. Series of events, including a murder cover-up, unravels, and our Maya D'Souza finds a very unlikely comrade in this entire fiasco. There's a gruesome crime, and her neighbor and mathematical teacher, who's a genius, says he will provide her watertight alibis so that she can lead a free life and somehow escape being caught by the police. But the cop who comes to investigate is this mathematical genius Naren Vyas's classmate, played brilliantly again by Vijay Verma. What works for this movie is not the plot twist. Some are very predictable. Some will even remind you of the movie Drishyam. So you know what is going to come. What makes this movie captivating is the entire collective performances by the lead cast. If you look at Vijay Verma, he does not have a very defined role as a cop. He plays this rakish cop who's very good looking, flirts slightly with the prime suspect, played by Kareena Kapoor. But what makes this movie work is that they breathe life into these characters. Even Kareena Kapoor, she wears her age like a badge of honor, and that's not something that all movie actresses do, especially in Bollywood. She does not wear a hint of makeup. Just apart from her coal-lined eyes, she wears all these scars on her face, and there is this aching vulnerability about her that really touched our hearts. One who stole the show was actor Jaideep Ahlawat, who excelled in the role as this tortured genius. There's a scene that's particularly aching actually in its way it's performed. If you look at it, there's a scene where he breaks down when he realizes he may not perhaps be the greatest mathematical genius of all times, or perhaps he may not get the girl of his desire or dreams. That particular scene is etched in vulnerability, and I think that's the best parts about this movie, is that you see all the characters in different shades of grey. They are not perfect. Perhaps they are also sometimes morally bankrupt, and that works. However, one of the downsides of this film is that although the themes of physical abuse, lack of agency in a woman, obsession is all explored, it's all done at a very superficial level. I wish director Sujoy Ghosh had done a better job of delving a bit deeper so that he gives us a more intense film that could have explored all these darker themes. He had a great script in his hand somewhere. There were times when you thought it was lost in translation. I know there's nothing called a perfect crime, and something tells me there's nothing called a perfect crime movie either. So therefore, I think you should just give this movie a stab. I know the grisly nature of the movie might be off-putting at times, but otherwise it's an entertaining film. Don't think too much about it. Just go with the flow and perhaps just revel in some good actors and an engaging plot being played out on the big screen. I've gone with 3 out of 5. For my full review, go to gulfnews.com.